Hey guys, what is up? My name is Kyle, also known as XCloudGraph22, and today, guys, I'm doing something a little bit different than I normally don't do. But there's a lot of people, having a little controversy over these two games, which one is better, which one is not. Um, but these games are Dead Island 2 and Dying Light, and I know that these games haven't come out yet, but from what I've seen and what other people have seen, some people can agree with me, some people don't agree with me, but everybody can leave the comments down below. But this is what I think of those two games. Which one will be a better buy? Which one I think will be more successful? Stuff like that. And I really love Dead Island 1. This is actually background gameplay right now on the screen. I actually got through the PlayStation Now service, which is pretty awesome. So I was playing on my PS4. So it was streamed, so there could be some little lag issue stuff. But yeah, I really like Dead Island. Dead Island is one of my favorite games, mainly because it's open world. Involves zombies, and it's kind of reminded me of Dead Rising in a bit, because you can modify weapons. It's kind of like a little survival. I really like Dead Island a lot. And also like Mirror's Edge. That game was one of my favorite games as well. Mirror's Edge, if you guys never heard of it, it combined basically the FPS shooter mixed with like a parkour and into one, basically. So imagine doing just first-person parkour over buildings and stuff and shooting people. It's a really, really good game from its time. Came out, I believe, in 2008, and I really, really enjoyed that game. And they're just combining both the games in Dying Light. So Dying Light consists of parkour and zombies. So it's like Dead Island on steroids, basically. It honestly, they've been working on this game, I believe, around 4 years. 3 to 4 years, maybe even before that. We don't really know for sure. I'm not sure who the developer actually is of that, but I know Dead Island Deep Silver is making Dead Island 2, like they made with Dead Island 1. But Dying Light looks really awesome. Like, it looks open world. It looks unique. I know it's kind of takes some elements from Dead Island 2, but they pretty much expanded that from Dead Island 1. Or not Dead Island 2, Dead Island 1 I meant. But it just, so far, what we've seen, I'll put some pictures of the game on screen if you guys are not familiar with it, all the graphics, like, it really does look like an awesome experience. It really does. It honestly, like, when this game was actually first revealed around 2 years ago, I was amazed on all the graphics, all that stuff, and it honestly looks like it's going to be successful, and it's coming out actually February or January, I believe it is. But from what I'm seeing, this game is amazing. This game looks probably going to be one of the biggest games of next year. So let's go over to Dead Island 2, for example. So I think Dying Light is probably going to be more successful than Dead Island 2. I'll explain why. I'm still going to probably get both games because they do both look really good. But Dead Island 2, I feel like they made Dead Island 2 just to compete with Dying Light. The reason for that is because they just announced Dead Island 2 at this E3. And then I think last year they announced Dying Light, but I'm not too sure about that. But I know this year they announced Dead Island 2, and there was no gameplay. There was just a little teaser trailer. But a couple months ago they actually revealed some pre-alpha gameplay. And first thing I noticed, it's in California. That's not an island. if you guys didn't notice, California is an island, and yeah, so the name, you should change it to just Dead California or something. It's not Dead Island. You can't name a game off of something that takes place in California when it's not an island. Like, that just doesn't work. But I'll have to say the graphics and all that stuff looks good. It looks like combat has definitely improved in that game. That's what it seems like the combat in Dying Light is similar to Dead Island 1, but it looks like the Dead Island 2, like, weapons and fighting, combat, all that stuff, looks similar actually to Far Cry, which Far Cry had really good combat scenario stuff, and that's one point about the game that I think will be really good. But another thing about this game that it's probably, they announced that the story keeps going on. There's just going to be a bunch of missions. It won't end, but like, to be honest, Dead Island, those type of games needs endings, and that's what Dying Light's gonna have. I'm not, like, they haven't revealed too much about Dead Island 2. From the look of it so far, Dying Light is, above, like, Dead Island looks amazing. I'm just pointing that out. I'm getting the games confused. Dying Light looks amazing, and you guys can see that because look at the trailers, all that stuff is getting really, really hyped up, and Dead Island 2, it seems like it's just another competitor. Like, it tries to compete with Dying Light now. Like, I really think they just made Dead Island 2. They're just trying to get it out there just to compete with Dying Light. So I'm just gonna say that, because I know a lot of people ask me, like, actually somebody asked me over Twitter, what are you gonna get, Dying Light or Dead Island 2? And this is my answer to that video. And I'm a really big fan of zombie games, stuff like that. So I guess that's my answer, my comparison between the two. But yeah, hope you guys did enjoy the video. Leave your thoughts down below because I'm really interested in what you guys think about these games. What game are you guys gonna pick up? What game are you not? What reasons you have for the games? Stuff like that. So hope you guys enjoyed once again. Peace out and see you.